All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us today. My name is Mark Bolger. I'm the Director of Sales for the Life and the Final Expense products here at Pinnacle Financial Services. Today's presentation is going to be on this brand new final expense quoting software, which actually takes a lot of the guesswork out of the underwriting, allows you to enter in, any of your clients' health issues or any medications that they're taking. Also has, a few different ways that you can solve for a final expense quote. Maybe, your client doesn't know how much they need, but they know how much they can spend every month. So we can certainly, put in some limitations and a couple different variables. And this quoting software you guys will see is really something that you should have in your arsenal. So here at Pinnacle, we're able to offer this for a discounted price. So we'll get talking about that here in a few slides. A little bit about us here at Pinnacle. I know we might have some new agents on the call or some existing agents who may have just recently signed up with us, maybe with some of our other products, but we're a national brokerage. We're located right outside of Philadelphia up in the Northeast. We are in all 50 states. So regardless of where you are in the country, you can certainly come on board with us here at Pinnacle. We typically try to focus on the senior market, although we do have some plans that will work for all ages. But as you can see here, we have quite a few different lines of insurance that we do here, all within the senior market as well, like I just said. Some of those things are going to include, obviously, final expense, some of the traditional life insurance products, such as term life, universal life. We also do fixed index and immediate annuities, also long-term care, Medicare, hospital indemnity, dental plans, as well as some underage health products as well. So certainly give us a call if you're interested in hearing more about some of our products and some of those other lines of business there. Okay. Our website, www.pfsinsurance.com. This is pretty much the central hub where you'll be, running quotes, downloading applications, or accessing eApps. You can do that right through our website. Makes it easy so you don't have to remember all the different logins and passwords for all the various carriers' websites. Try and keep everything right in one location for you guys. Obviously, that's available 24/7. So if you have some appointments outside of the business hours or even on the weekends, you can certainly run those quotes and get the materials and stuff that you need. Obviously, we have the forms online, like I mentioned. Any of the applications that you need, state specific, as well as electronic applications. Most of the carriers are kind of going towards that way, but you still have a few out there that are only accepting paper apps. So perfect place for you to go on, download those marketing materials, brochures, anything that you need to do your presentation or to present in front of your clients. All that material is available on our website. We're also going to keep up to date with all the current life, annuity, long-term care, Medicare news. Obviously, the last couple of years have been a little crazy with the pandemic, so lots of updates across the board from all the carriers, whether it maybe underwriting requirements that have been adjusted, or maybe there's some new rates that are published. Whatever the situation is with the 150 something carriers that we have, there's a lot going on. So again, trying to keep it all streamlined in one location for you. We offer website creation and social media presence. We have a national sales director. His name is Rob Valencius. He's an expert in helping agents create an online and social media presence. So certainly give us a call, reach out to us, and we can certainly help you out with that. All the quoting software, as you can see, if you're looking to quote annuities, long-term care, traditional life insurance, Medicare, final expense, you can do that all right through our website. We also have a Pinnacle mobile quoting app that you can use to quote the final expense, the Medicare Advantage, the supplements, hospital indemnity, dental plans, all right from your phone. Completely free for you to use as long as you are on board with us here at Pinnacle. Whether you're set up with us for one carrier or all of our carriers, you'll have free access to this quoting software. Whether you use an Android or an iPhone, you can download it for free at the Google Play or the App Store. Okay. And also, we do paperless contracting. So if it's your first time coming on board with us, we only have you fill out one initial onboarding contract. as I mentioned, we have over 150 carriers, so there's so many different products and plans to go with, or that you want to add to your portfolio. So we understand that back in the day you probably used to have to fill out like a 30 to 40 page contracting kit. Our team does that for you. All you do is let us know which carriers you want to be appointed with. We will set that up for you, and our licensing team will take care of the appointments for you. Very easy. We have an online contracting software. Eliminates all the hassle of having to do any lengthy paper contracts, as I mentioned. Reduces delays and eliminates all types of errors there. Allows you to manage all of your contracts in one place. You just do a quick one-time interview or quick one-time submission of the contract, and allows you to select the carriers all within minutes, okay? And information is all saved securely. Okay, so before we get into the Best Plan Pro, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of background on Final Expense. I know we might have some agents that have thought about selling Final Expense or maybe sold it in the past, and just kind of need a quick refresher. So Final Expense, what these are their whole life policies. Okay, so they're designed to last the entire life of the client. Okay. And these have small death benefits. So these whole life policies with small death benefits, typically ranging from as little as $1,000 up to a max of around $50,000. What differentiates this from traditional whole life is that these are designed for seniors. Okay, so they're simplified issue underwriting, just a couple yes/no health questions. That's going to determine the type of coverage that they can get. And it's not as as lengthy as like a traditional whole life or a traditional life insurance health questionnaire. Typically, they're anywhere from like 10 to 15 health questions. I've seen some companies do as little as like 3 or 4 health questions as well. So designed for seniors. Again, they understand that seniors are going to have some health issues like diabetes or high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, things like that. They're very lenient on the underwriting for those. Most people with any minor health issues can usually get an immediate death benefit type of Final Expense plan. Obviously, if it's something that's terminal or more of like a more severe chronic disease, those are typically more of like a graded modified or a guaranteed issue plans. So I'll show you guys the differences between those in the next slides here. With these being whole life policies, they're actually going to build cash value. Okay, so that's almost like a little bit of a savings plan that a portion of the premiums that your clients pay go into this cash value accumulation fund that they're actually able to use at any point during the life of the policy. So if they want to take out a policy loan or if they want to surrender the policy, they would get that amount that is in that cash value. One thing to always keep in mind here, with all the products that we have here at Pinnacle, you can guarantee your clients that the death benefit is never going to decrease and the premiums will never increase. So if you have a client, let's say you have a 65-year-old female, she's looking for $10,000, you quote her $50 a month, that is what she will be paying for the rest of her life, okay? These are designed to last till age 121. And that particular client I was just talking about there, that 65-year-old female who's locked in the rates for $50 a month, she can expect to have, regardless of when she passes, she will get that full guaranteed death benefit at that time, okay? So very important to mention that. I know a lot of times agents will call and say, hey, my client saw something on TV. It says that they're automatically accepted for $95 a month. And most of the times it is too good to be true. Okay. A lot of times those types of policies that they can buy over TV or over the phone with no underwriting are typically going to have some premium increases over a couple years or even death benefit decreasing. Okay. And lastly here, like I said, they are designed for seniors. So most of these are going to include living benefits at no cost. And what that means is an accidental death benefit rider, where if death is caused or due to an accident, they'll actually get double the death benefit. And an accelerated death benefit rider, what that is if your clients become critically, chronically, or terminally ill, they can actually accelerate a portion of that death benefit to use that money for daily expenses. Okay, so they can use that for medical bills, hospital bills, credit card bills, anything that they need that money for, in a pinch. Okay, so it's just a quick overview of those final expense plans. These are generally the three different underwriting criteria for these plans. We have our level death benefit, where our clients are answering no to all of the health questions. They're going to get immediate coverage. There's no waiting period. So, God forbid if death occurs, the next day, they're actually entitled to that full death benefit. All right. So these are going to be the best pricing for your clients. It's also going to have usually the best commissions as well for you, the agent. Okay, middle of the road here, we have like the graded death benefit. Usually this is if your client might have some minor health issues or maybe a multitude of health issues that's causing them to answer some of the health questions as a yes. Okay, it might be one or two health questions as a yes. And what this is this just a graded death benefit for 2 years. Client is accepted, but if death occurs in those first 2 years, they're only getting a portion of that full death benefit. So it might be 30% if death occurs in the first year, and then maybe 70% of the death benefit if death occurs in that second year. But again, it's not something that's immediate like the level death benefit. Lastly, we have the guaranteed issue. So this is for any client that you have that currently has major health issue. It could be cancer. It could be maybe they were recently hospitalized due to a stroke or a heart attack. Maybe they're dementia, Alzheimer's, anything like that, where they cannot answer no to any underwriting questions. They can get this guaranteed issue. Everybody qualifies for it. Okay. The catch with that is there's an automatic graded death benefit. So if death occurs in those first 2 years, they're not going to get a portion of the death benefit like a graded plan. They're going to get return of premiums plus a little bit of interest. It could be anywhere from 5 to 10% in interest. And then after the 2 years, at any point that they pass, they're entitled to that full death benefit there. Okay. So I'm sure a lot of you, have some clients that you have in mind here that may have been declined with life insurance in the past, or maybe have just not even pursued it, maybe because they just thought that they were not going to qualify. Guaranteed issue plans, we have a few of them that we use throughout the country. Excellent products to go through here. And speaking of that, here is a list of all the final expense carriers and the plans that we have across the board, from level, graded, modified to the guaranteed issue plans. So we have plenty to choose from. So if one company doesn't work for your client, chances are we can find them something similar, or last resort, we have these guaranteed issue options down here. So if you see any companies in here, maybe you're familiar with working with America or maybe with Foresters in the past, you have access to all of these companies here at Pinnacle. So again, if you come on board with one company, you can always add more carriers at any point. But like I said, you don't have to get set up with these right away. You can always add these at some point down the line. All right, so let's get into the Best Plan Pro. Certainly appreciate you guys for taking the time to join us here. I know I'm taking a little bit of time giving an intro on Pinnacle. But the Best Plan Pro is, again, an all-in-one software. It's going to contain everything that you need to know about your carriers. It's going to help you sell the right product. Allows you to input the medication for your clients. A lot of times, agents will send me a list of medications, and when you see that, you're just like, oh my gosh, I have to look through all the the underwriting guides from all the carriers, see which companies will accept these medications, which ones won't. This software is going to take all that busy work right away from you. We can solve by their age limits. We can solve by any restrictions that they have as far as the face value, any state exclusions. All that stuff is included in here. We have multiple versions. You can use this whether you're using a Windows computer, a Mac, an iPad, Android tablet, any modern internet-connected device will work with this software. Okay, allows you to evaluate multiple carriers across the board. So as you saw, we have about 25 to 30 different final expense companies here at Pinnacle. Just by inputting a few bits of information, it's going to do all the backgrounding work for you and tell you which plan is going to be the best one for your clients. Okay. So with this Best Plan Pro, you guys will see if you go to their website or if you try and purchase it by yourself, it's going to cost roughly about $60 per month. But if you're an agent here with Pinnacle, again, whether it's one company or all of our companies, you can get this for a discounted rate of $19.95 per month. Okay, so it's pretty much a steal. Those agents who are, submitting business, no problem. We can actually waive the cost for you. All we're asking is just a couple apps per month. If you can get us maybe 5, 10 apps per month, no problem. We'll get this, cover the cost for you completely. Anybody that's interested in this, they can certainly reach out to me. Here's my email address and my phone number and extension. After the presentation, I'll put this stuff up for you guys and as well as email it to you guys here. So before we get into this, I just wanted to show you guys, we're going to be going over a few different case studies here. So I have 3 potential clients here that we're going to be writing up for the Best Plan Pro software. So as you can see, I'm not really taking too much information down. I'm just kind of getting their, their name, their date of birth, their height and weight, how much insurance coverage they're looking for, whether it's 10,000, 15,000, and any medications that they're taking. That's really all I need. Okay. So for this first case study here, we'll do a client Joseph, and we have his date of birth here, 9/4/1956, height and weight, 5'9", 187 pounds. Joseph is a 65-year-old client. He's looking for $10,000 of final expense coverage to help cover his funeral costs. Now, Joseph is in good health, but good health with no major health issues. However, he does take a few prescription medications. So we have a few of them here listed. Lisinopril, he's taken 20 milligrams a day. This was prescribed for high blood pressure approximately 5 years ago, and the treatment is ongoing. And then we see that he is also taking Lipitor, 10 milligrams a day. This was prescribed for elevated cholesterol approximately 3 years ago, and the treatment is ongoing. So let's take this over to the Best Plan Pro software. As you can see, this is just the interface, very simple, not too much information that we have to put in. Let me grab our client's information here. I'm looking for my sheet. 1 second, sorry about that. Okay, so 9/4/1956. Okay, we see that it's automatically putting Joseph's age in there as age 65. And 5'9", 187. Okay, allows me to put in the height and weight. And we'll say that Joseph is in Pennsylvania. And we know he's looking for $10,000 of coverage. We'll say he's a non-smoker. And then up here, you'll see that I can add in the medications or the health issues. Sometimes we might know one over the other. They might say, well, I take these medications, and, they may not be able to explain what the conditions are that they have. Or the other way around, they'll say, well, I have COPD, but they may not know the medications. Either way, we can solve, based on whatever little information that you have or as much information as you have. Okay, so we're going to put his medication in here, and we have the Lisinopril for 20 milligrams a day, prescribed for high blood pressure. So what's nice about this is, I don't have to remember how to spell these, really long medication names. I can just type the first couple letters in, and it's going to help populate those for me. Okay, so he was prescribed this to treat high blood pressure, and he's taking 20 milligrams a day, and this was prescribed 5 years ago, and we can say that the treatment is ongoing. Perfect. So I save that, has the medication, has the associated health condition. Perfect. Now, he's also taking Lipitor, 10 milligrams a day, for elevated cholesterol. And this was prescribed 3 years ago, and the treatment is ongoing. So let's go ahead and add that. Lipitor. And as you can see here, I can just click on high cholesterol, and 10 milligrams a day. Prescribed 3 years ago, and the treatment is ongoing. Perfect. So based on that couple seconds there of just putting that information in, I can go ahead and I can run a quote. I go ahead and I click Analyze Data, and let this do its thinking for a second. Boom. Okay, there we go. So we have all of these plans listed here, from the least expensive to the most expensive. I'm going to start with the top one here, Sentinel Security. If I click on this, it's actually going to give me the full quote. It's going to give me access right to their eApp. This is really nice. We did not have this feature before. Okay, it's going to take you right to the carrier's website, or whatever the eApp platform is, it'll take you directly there. There's no having to open up any more windows or anything like that. It's all very, very seamless here for you. It's going to tell you a little bit about the plan. I can see that this is an immediate death benefit. It's a level plan, as we talked about earlier. It's going to tell me a little bit about some of the riders that may be available. Just kind of, just a general, overview of the company there for you. Okay, I can look down. I see here I have Transamerica, a little bit more information on their plans. You can see that these are the preferred ratings that he can actually qualify for. So right there, just in a matter of just a couple minutes, I can know for a fact that my client is going to get approved with this company. He'll qualify for it based on those medications or any health issues that he's currently under. And, I don't have to worry about the carrier calling me to say, hey, sorry, we can't offer him an immediate benefit. We can only offer him a graded plan, and it's going to cost more money, or God forbid, if it's something that would get declined, right? So we can know right away that this will get approved. So I can go ahead and I can save this data. I can email it to my client. Most agents these days are doing this right over the phone. They're collecting this basic information from their client and either putting them on hold or literally running these quotes while they're talking to them. And, just in a matter of minutes here, they can get them right over to the eApp. Most of the electronic apps these days, require a DocuSign. So as long as your client has a valid email address, they'll be able to, open that right up and do not need to see them face to face. So eliminates so much time that agents would waste in the past of having to drive out to see the client, print out all the forms, all the paper. It can just get very, very daunting, so to speak. So, so this is very much a good overview of what this looks like. And as I said, I'm going down here to the very bottom, the most expensive quotes. And as you can see, those are some of the guaranteed issues and the graded plans that we talked about earlier. Remember that they'll have that automatic 2-year waiting period, and you can see that the pricing kind of reflects that there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear all the data, and we're going to go on to our next case study here. Something a little bit different, somebody maybe with a little bit older with a little bit more serious health issues here. So our second case study, we have client Margaret, okay, and she was born 11/9 of 1944. We have her height and weight, 5'2", 122 pounds. So Margaret is a 76-year-old client. She's looking for $15,000 of final expense coverage to help cover her funeral costs. Now, Margaret, she has COPD and diabetes, and she takes the following prescriptions. So she's taken Advair Discus, about 50 milligrams a day. This was prescribed for the COPD approximately 4 years ago, and the treatment is ongoing. She's also taking metformin, 500 milligrams a day, for the diabetes, and this was prescribed about approximately 7 years ago, and the treatment is ongoing. Okay. So based on that information, let's take this right over to our quoting software. And let's go up and we can put in Margaret's date of birth, 11/9/1944. She's 5'2", 122 pounds. Female, say that Margaret is Colorado. She's looking for $15,000. We'll say that she's a non-smoker. Okay, and then we'll put in her medication. So we have Advair discus. This was prescribed to treat chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Okay, and she is taking, switch back real quick, 50 milligrams a day. And this was first filled 4 years ago. Treatment is ongoing. Okay, so there's my COPD and the associated medication. Now, next one we have is the metformin, where she's taking 500 milligrams a day for the diabetes approximately 7 years ago. Okay. Metformin, diabetes, 500 milligrams. Yeah, forgot what, 7 years, okay. And treatment is ongoing. Perfect, okay. So 2 minutes that took me to put that data in there. Go ahead and click Analyze Data. Now, most agents just kind of looking at this from, just a quick glance. They see COPD, they see diabetes, they see her age. Most of you are probably thinking, well, that's definitely going to be a graded type of plan, or maybe that has to be a guaranteed issue. Not the case. Actually, we see that there's 2 companies that show up. I have Transamerica and I have Aetna's Ascendo product that will offer the standard immediate death benefit for this client. So right away, you can see how this software is such an advantage for you to have. I've seen agents just submit a guaranteed issue for this and say, well, I figured she had too many health issues. Okay, so if you went ahead and did that, you can see that a guaranteed issue plan is costing about $227 for Margaret, whereas we can save her, gosh, almost $70-80 or so by going with Transamerica at $160 something a month. Okay, again, if I click on these, going to give me that full quote. It's going to give me access right to the eApp. In this case, this was Aetna's, and shoots me right over to Aetna's website here, where as long as you have your agent number, you'll be able to log in and access their eApp. We certainly have training videos and things to kind of show you how to take the sale further from there. Okay, and same thing. I can go ahead and I can save this. I can email it to my client. I can print this out. However, I want to get this information over to my client. Definitely ways to do that there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear that data, and we'll do one last one here for you guys. Certainly appreciate you sticking around in the presentation. I know it can be a little cumbersome. Okay, so our third case study here, let's do William. He is date of birth 3/9/1959, height 6'1", 270 pounds. Okay, William is 62-year-old client looking for $25,000 of final expense coverage to help cover his funeral costs. William has experienced a few serious health issues over the last couple of years, including a heart attack in 2016 and a stroke in 2018. Now, he's taking the following medications. He's taking Plavix, 75 milligrams a day. This was prescribed to treat his heart attack in 2016 and also prescribed to treat his stroke in 2018. Now, the treatment stopped with the Plavix back in 2020, okay? So let me just jump these. Now, he's also taken propranolol, which is prescribed for his high blood pressure. It's prescribed to him in 2020, and the treatment is ongoing, 20 milligrams there. Okay. So let me just jot these down real quick so I don't have to switch back. Okay, Plavix. Okay. All right. So we can put in William's information here. Date of birth 3/9/1959. Height 6'1", 270 pounds. And we'll say that William is a New Jersey resident. and he's looking for $25,000. We'll say he's a non-smoker. And let's put in his medications. So first we have Plavix. Now, if you remember, he was prescribed this to treat the heart attack back in 2016, but then also to treat the stroke in 2018. So we're actually going to put this in here twice. I'll show you guys how to do that here. So heart attack, 75 milligrams, and this was prescribed. You can actually go back to 2016. And we know that the last fill was back in 2020. So we'll just go ahead and put 2020. Okay. So there's the heart attack associated with the Plavix. And then we'll go ahead and we're going to put Plavix in here again for a second time. Now this time we're just going to put in the stroke. Okay. And we know that this happened back in 2018. Now I could just go ahead and put in 4 years ago, or I can go back and I can literally put 2018 in there, no problem. And then we know that the treatment stopped in 2020. There we go. Okay, so we got the stroke and the heart attack associated with the Plavix. And let's put in our next medication, which is the propranolol, 20 milligrams a day, prescribed for the high blood pressure in 2020, treatment ongoing. Okay. Love that it'll fill this in for me. Oh, prescribed to treat high blood pressure. And then we got 20 milligrams. Let's see, 2022. Treatment is ongoing. Perfect. Okay. So we have all of William's information in here: date of birth, height and weight, face amount he's looking for, the medications, and the associated health conditions. There we go. Boom, click Analyze Data, and it is going to find the best plan for William. I can't tell you how much time that this really saves. A lot of times agents would call maybe on a Monday, and it might take a few days, for us to get back with a quote after we review all the carriers that they might potentially qualify for. As you can see, just a matter of seconds here. Just takes out all of that busy work. So again, just kind of looking at this real quick, at a glance, it looks like this might be like a graded or a guaranteed issue type of plan. Wow, not the case. I actually see Transamerica's coming back with a preferred immediate death benefit for William. I also see Mutual of Omaha in here. They're offering their immediate death benefit plan. Prosperity, Columbian Life, Foresters. So there's a few companies that we have a choice of trying here. Obviously, we probably want to go with the one that's the least expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Transamerica's. Again, same thing. I'm going to get that full quote, the annual, the quarterly, semi-annual, and the monthly, and a little bit of information on the carrier, and then access directly to that eApp right there. Very, very simple. In a matter of minutes, you could essentially enroll 50 times as many clients as you would in a normal day. Most agents I talk to, they might have a few appointments and they might come home with, 1 or 2 apps. That's after, talking with the clients and getting all of their health information, maybe having a few phone calls with them. So just imagine the amount of time that takes to, really come back and say, hey, this is the plan that I've found to offer you, it's going to be the best coverage for you. And knowing for sure that this is going to be the plan that they will qualify for. Okay. Not something that, hey, I'm going to have to wait a few days for the carrier to get back to me, to say that he's been offered like a limited death benefit or something like that. So there's so much that you can do with this. We haven't even begun to really scratch the surface with it yet. So as you can see, again, very, very simple. I'm going to put up this slide one more time here. It's going to show the cost for this, which is $60 per month if you were going to go directly with Best Plan Pro. But if you're on board with us here at Pinnacle, only $19.95 per month. If you're submitting a couple apps a month, such, minimum of 5, we'll actually waive the cost for you. You'll get this completely for free and, totally increase your business. So, we're absolutely here to help you guys. If you're interested in getting set up with this, certainly give me a call one-on-one and, I can give you the details, send you the link to get signed up. My extension here is 7705. My email address, mbolger@pfsinsurance.com. Certainly feel free to reach out to me and I will get you more information on this. Anybody that's been registered or, that's attending this webinar is also going to receive a copy of the video and the recording with the slides as well. So you can come back to it at a later time, or if you want to, look into it, maybe after hours or over the weekend, all good. If you're a new agent that's on the call, we'd love to have you on board with us. You can contract right online with us at pfsinsurance.com/services/contracting. Let me show you real quick what that looks like. This is our website here, pfsinsurance.com. I simply just go right over to the contracting link on the far right side. Click that and I can access the online contracting, or I can submit a paper contract. Totally up to you, whichever is easier for you. If you're an existing agent, you can simply just go right onto the contracting tab and click request a contract. We already have you here in our system, so maybe you're running some quotes and you saw some better rates with a company that you don't represent. All you have to do is submit the couple seconds, let us know what you need. We'll shoot it out to you, get you all the information regarding that product, and just kind of depending on what state you're in, it might take a few days or it might be instantaneous, just depending on if your state is pre-appointment or if it's a just-in-time state. So, guys, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate you all taking the time to join us. Again, here's all of my contact information. I'm going to be giving everybody that's registered and that's attended, I'm going to be giving you all a call. See what you think of it. Maybe we can run a couple samples or a few case studies of your own. Maybe you're working on one right now. Maybe you're scratching your head as far as like, I don't know what the best plan is. This person may be taking too many medications, or maybe they have too many health issues. Whatever the case may be, let's run like our own sample quote, and we'll get you guys all set up with this. So everyone, thank you so much again. Hope you all have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you all, and let's be safe out there. Thanks again.